Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do your January 2020 General Tarot and Oracle forecast. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. So in the interest of the new decade that we are currently in, we're going to look at achieving the impossible. So get your to-do lists or your goals out and let's see how they're going to play out in the month of January for you. This is a general reading, so take whatever messages here that are helpful and apply them accordingly. For a private reading, you can contact me with the email in the description box below. All right, Scorpio, what do you need to know for January 2020? Messages for Scorpio for January 2020. I feel a lot of energy here, folks, for you. A lot of excitement going on here. Scorpio. Ooh, I'm even excited saying the word Scorpio. What is going on? Lots of, okay, we'll see. I don't even have a card in front of me yet. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's exciting. All right, Scorpio. I'm just going to shuffle a couple more times here. Messages for Scorpio, January 2020. Scorpio, January 2020. All right, folks, 5-card spread today. We're looking at achieving the impossible. I will use the bottom of the deck for general energy for the month for you. Starting out with our 4 of Swords. Secondly, we have the 3 of Swords. Holy smokes, 6 of Swords. Okay, folks, here's our Magician. And here's your card. This is awesome. You're really going to make a decision to, this is actually quite awesome. And I'm going to tell you why. We'll look at them individually in just a moment. But I want to mention, you are out of the worry phase and into the I'm going to take care of business phase. I think you're done with feeling down, stuck, limited. And I'm talking mentally, okay? Trapped, lack of desire, lack of direction. I think, okay, that's what I'm seeing here, right? You know, heartache, a sense of loss, that type of thing. This is going to the wayside. What we're seeing is profound manifesting energy with you being your own best guide and your own best teacher, perhaps even your own best friend right now as well, with your Scorpio ruled devil card here. Oh, temptation, sorry. I'm thinking of death. So this is Capricorn ruled. So the temptation is the devil. Yeah, we're looking at Capricorn energy here. This is 10th house base. This is your career, very likely in the world of your career. Very, very interesting. Or you could have a Capricorn in your life. That could be what's going on as well. Lots of Mercury energy here as well. I want to mention that you could be dealing also with a Gemini. So let's get into it, folks. First card is the project, what it is you're currently working on. Something that you've been taking a little bit of a mental break from. Something that you needed a mental break from is the project that you're currently working on. It could even be that the project you're working on is allowing the mind to relax, allowing the mind to retreat, to not becoming attached, to not becoming reactionary. This is actually extremely powerful energy to have in this position if this is what you're working on, Scorpio. This is really having your mind at ease, taking a break from something, taking a step back from something that's mentally or intellectually troubling or worrying here. So it's actually a really nice position to be in. Here's where we're looking at the sort of positive thinking you should focus on. I mean, you can use this to your advantage. You can use your heartache to your advantage here, especially if you're in a teacher or a healing profession. You know, we know that Capricorn goes to the depths or, you know, heights, as it were. It climbs forever. But it's because it's seen the dark. It's because it's been on the lower rung, and it works very, very hard. So there could be an element here of the positive thinking you could be focusing on is to maybe not bypass your scars, maybe not bypass what hurt or what was lost, but to really hold that dear and to recognize how unique that is to your own person and personality and to your own story. Somehow this is going to be exceptionally important for you in the year to come, is this story at this level of loss or disappointment or, you know, doubt or even fear, right? Three of Swords really looks at what should have killed you but didn't type thing. I know it's a bit intense, but Three of Swords is like the heart keeps beating, even though, you know, there's been a trial by fire, even though, you know, you've been really, really hurt here. But in terms of this being in the positive thinking department, you can use this to your advantage. This could give you strength at this time. You could recognize or become more aware of how powerful you really are because of this. See, Scorpio is the sign that's going to reach ascension through the depths, right? It's the secretive, it's the Pluto, Mars, it's also a fixed sign. So everything's very secure. The security is very, very important here. So, and then because we have this gorgeous Six of Swords following it, which is what are you not seeing that you can use? What you're not seeing is perhaps even short-term travel here. But what this is really talking about is the mind more than anything, especially next to these other mind cards or thinking and beliefs cards. You know, what are you not seeing that you can use? You can sail away, guys. You can just move mentally, ideologically. You can move away from something that doesn't serve you anymore. An idea, a belief, a concept, a discussion, possibly a relationship. There could be a third party here as well. There could be a third party. There could be at least two other people and you, where there could have been some loss. But you need to move away from this, right? This is, you can set yourself free. And this is why I know you can do it, because here in the manifestation of the Magician is how you do it. So what intangible energy can inspire you? In the Magician, the Mercury ruled, as we know, this is the major influence on Mercury. So it's about discussing your feelings, discussing your fears, writing them out if you don't want to talk to anybody about them. But also, like I said down here with the Three of Swords, also taking what didn't work or did hurt, etc., and being that alchemist right now and turning lead into gold, like really using that to your advantage, using that as your superpower right now. Because no one can ever take away what you did to survive. And that could very well be a saving grace for you in the month of January, here with the Magician. So intangible energy that can inspire you, manifestation energy, and it does begin in the mind. We're going to move away from what doesn't work, and we're going to move into bringing about real significant positive change for yourself. And then, of course, with this outcome, this is you, right? This is what can you achieve that is beyond what you're even imagining. Major development primarily within the career front. Again, with the 10th house, Capricorn ruled. We do have cardinal energy here. 10th house, earth sign, obviously. With the devil, Capricorn and Scorpios actually do really well together in really any environment, but including business. You could be going into business with a Capricorn. They could be supporting your business. You could have a 10th house business idea, which has to do with finance, security, entertainment, the arts, something that looks and feels rather wealthy. Now, in reality, whether or not it's wealthy, there is a sense of refinement. I know that's usually a term reserved for Virgo, but I find in all the earth signs, frankly, there is a real sense of refinement there. There's just an element of style and refinement and class, right? It could just be in the way you present yourself. It could be the way that you dress or talk, social skills, that type of thing. But definitely achieving something that is beyond what you're even imagining. I think there could be enormous success in that field in the 10th house. And it could be a business that you're opening up for yourself. Maybe you had tried something before and it didn't work out. And there's this sort of at least one other, say, small business or idea or plan that you had to start something new or try something, and it didn't work out the way you wanted, and it's sort of lingering there, and it's sort of scary, to remember that. Or it could even be a muscle memory of that, where you don't want to experience that again, that type of thing. So, also with Capricorn, we're looking at someone who is pretty honest. I think there's a great humor capacity with Capricorn as well. Did I not look at the bottom of the deck? Where's my bottom of the deck card? My word, guys, I'm sorry. I was supposed to look at the bottom of the deck and I just didn't. Wowzers. Well, here's the bottom of the deck card before I finish your reading. Sorry about that. We have the 5 of Wands. So this is just going to play out with all the other cards here. 5 of Wands can be read 2 ways. I am going to read it obviously in the most positive sense, but there could be the following occurring here, especially within the world of business or achieving business goals and stuff like that. You could be working with other people who aren't necessarily helpful, who actually believe they are helpful. That's going to add some frustration. It could even be through that level of communication here that's frustrating for you. Or you thought you could trust somebody or they were going to help you toward something that you truly wanted to achieve, but you had only 1 or 2 things in common toward that goal and there were 10 you needed type thing. So someone, and I don't even think it's malicious here. It's not like that necessarily. It just could be that there's 2 different standards or 2 different sets of outcomes or 2 different ideas of what success means. The highest energy behind the 5 of Wands is working on something, even if there's trouble, even if there's conflict, and then making it work, like making sure that everybody wins and you're just all on the same page together. But ultimately, 5s are always a little bit about conflict. It's not always a terrible thing, and it's not always the end of the world. It can also just be a small portion of what's going on here as well. I want to make mention quickly before moving on, the major arcana, especially when we're dealing with numbers that are under 6 when it comes to the totem of numbers of our minor arcana here. This is all really shiftable energy. The 3, the 4, the 5, and the 6 here. Also, this is stepping. These are just small steps and small achievements or small losses. Try not to pay too much attention to this. This could be an hour or a day of the entire month. It's not that big of a deal. The major arcanas are sort of the platform. It's the foundation of what the month sort of, inspires or provides for you. So all of this is easily overturnable or maneuverable. So don't stress too much about that if it's troubling. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. That's usually the way, isn't it? We think we know exactly what we want and exactly what's good for us until we meet somebody who impresses us with something we'd never thought of or considered before. And again, more than likely, this does have to do with a career choice. So this could be business. This could be going back to work. This could be getting a new job, getting a different job, hiring someone, firing somebody. So depending on, what you're doing right now as a Scorpio and what is going on in your life as a general reading, manifesting the perfect work partner could be a major theme for you here. We have spider and we have weaving. The major theme around this, of course, is be careful what you weave. something deceive. I don't remember the whole thing. Just be careful that someone's not going to play you. I would spend a little bit more time getting some more information about something that seems too good to be true at this time. I don't even know where that came from, but I think the person or people that you thought would be the perfect fit may prove not to be, and the person you hadn't considered, or entity, what have you, that you hadn't considered might be more up your alley. And you might even discover all this through this event, through the Five of Wands, through that, so some terms around that is, you know, conflict. Like who's got your back, who's on your side, who can or can't be trusted, that type of thing, Scorpio. So it's through a little bit of conflict here where you're actually going to learn a lot, not only about yourself, but about where you stand with others and what type of people you are building something with. A future, an idea, a plan. Never ending story, folks. This is drama. So this could be a relatively dramatic month for you guys. It doesn't mean that everything's lost or there's nothing to learn here. I think in a dramatic environment, you definitely can learn something. I think the trick for you in the month of January, however, Scorpio, is to suggest that you don't get wrapped up in the drama and that you try to release yourself from the story of it. Attachment, especially over attachment, but really attachment to beliefs, ideas, conversations, conflict, stories from last year, okay? It's the attachment that's going to drag you down. It's not even the situation, because it just is what it is. You can't control that. But the drama needs to stop. So being attached to the story of it could be part, what other card am I doing here? This one. It just looks like a dramatic month. Not that all is lost, but, and Scorpio, if you're the one doing the weaving, just maybe don't, because, right, if you're the one doing the weaving and you're trying to, this just means manipulation, right? If you're trying to do that, then this conflict and this concern, or, you know, constant retreat from, say, conversations you would rather not have is just going to be embedded, right? So don't embed it. You're going to peel yourself out from a career or business or work, you know, group situation where you feel yourself sinking, if there's something on repeat, especially if it's a conversation or a situation that happened late last year, October, November, December of last year, then you know you need to run, not walk. You need to run, okay? Mentally, emotionally, whatever, from that situation, because it's soul-sucking. It's absolutely soul-sucking, and it's not doing anything for you, but it's creating an entrapment. I haven't seen this card in a very long time. But it is quite isolating, and we need to let something go. I think it's really, really important to set yourself free from something here. Don't get wrapped up, even if it's someone else's drama, someone else's conflict. Just say, figure it out, guys. And then you have intention. What's your intention here? Like I said, if you're the one being wrapped up in someone else's web, you know, intentionally move out of that. Say, you know, good luck to you. I wish you all the best. I'm going this way. And you don't have to explain yourself. However, Scorpio, if you're the one doing the weaving, just beware here. That something isn't what it seems, something is off track. You could meet your match this month as well. If you're doing some weaving, that means that someone else is doing some weaving too. So try not to get wrapped up in that. It's a dead end street. So, you know, really release yourself from it. You know, think higher, intend greater things for yourself. Move out of a career situation if it's really, really draining you. Find a way to sort of combat this conflict. All right, Scorpio, Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed this. See you in the next one. Bye for now.